Hey class, today we're going to be talking about dreaming. And yes, I am recording this directly after the last video on this channel. It's not like I only own one shirt, I promise. Okay, so there's this really weird dream that I had lately that I want to dissect in detail. But before we do that, I did want to point out this one concept from another dream that I had that I wanted to bring to the forefront for discussion. So essentially in this dream, right, there was an AI generated image, right, inside my dream. And what this image was it was so perverse that it literally just broke my brain in the dream, right? What it was is, I'm gonna do my best to explain it, right? It looked like a decapitated head, right, on the ground. It was like on a desert floor, right? And it had like a weird like snake coming out of it. Now if you're thinking that's not that disturbing, probably, but that's because, you know, dreams like they mess with your perception, right? You know, like sometimes like minutes can feel like hours and hours can feel like minutes, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like that. It's like, I don't think the image itself was like that scary if you think about it, but within the dream, it sends you scary signals to make you in the dream actually feel scared. Now, I think that the message of the dream was something along the lines of like, oh, AI-generated images are going to become really scary once we start pulling from sources that we as humans shouldn't be seeing. You know, like right now, I don't know if they still have it, but I know when like DALL-E first came out, they had all these like safeguards in place so you couldn't really like generate images of like gore or people fighting or stuff like that. But now because this technology is becoming so accessible, like eventually someone's going to build an algorithm that can literally just like browse the entire like deep web and like snuff videos and like pull sources from that. If you want to generate a certain snuff video of a particular person, AI is going to be able to generate that. That's kind of where we're going. I'm not like completely against AI, obviously. Like, I think it does some cool things, but these are also some pitfalls that we should be looking forward to. Not forward to, you know, looking out for there. But also remember, like, AI can't do anything without humans prompting it, so it's like, who are we to really blame? Which also ties back into my dream, because in my dream, I was like, yo, this image is disgusting, it's scary, this isn't meant for humans to see. But if you think about it, no, that wasn't actually AI that generated it. It was my brain that generated it. So if anything, that just means that my brain is messed up. Wow. Now anyways, the main dream that I want to talk about today, it involves, okay, so basically for my next video on the main channel, I don't know, it might be out by the time this video is out, but I don't know. It involves with like talking about a bunch of My Little Pony toys, right? And because you can't find My Little Pony toys in stores anymore, I had to rely on eBay to find like most of the stuff I got in the video, right? And because if you surround yourself with a certain topic or theme or whatever throughout the day over and over and over again, it's eventually going to seep into your dreams, right? It's going to eventually manifest its way into your dreams. So in this dream that I had, right, I see this eBay listing, right? And the listing name was a reference to one of my videos. Once again, I don't remember if it actually had a specific string of text that was a reference to my videos or if my brain just like perceived it as a reference to one of my videos without specifying what it was. Dreams are weird. But anyways, I remember the account's name or the description of the item was like for EffMinus. I remember that much, right? So what this listing actually was is I don't want to think about it, right? Because it's actually kind of disgusting, but I'll have an image or something to help aid it, right? So it was a Barbie doll, right? With limbs and hair missing. So all it was this bald Barbie head with like its torso. I think it might have still had the right arm attached to it for reasons that will become apparent later. So now in this dream, I'm kind of freaked out, right? Like, this is disgusting, but it was obviously like meant for me. So I just buy it, right? I buy it in the dream for the lulz. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, if there was someone who was trying to like troll me by putting something scary up for a listing, intending for me to buy it, I'll buy it, right? So I purchase it just for the lulz, right? I'm like, oh, that'll show them, right? So when this item arrives, right? It was in a cardboard box. I open it, and I realized that this isn't a Barbie doll sized. It's human sized. So now I'm thinking, oh great. So in my possession now I have some body with no legs and no arms. That's kind of scary. So then I turn on the TV to get my mind off of this like scary thing, right? And on the TV there just so happens to be a news report talking about a missing girl presumed dead. And the news anchors are like, we suspect that this eBay listing might actually be the remains of her body. And I'm like, what? Because once law enforcement contacts eBay support and says, hey, can we get information on who bought this item? They're going to start coming for me. So now I'm panicking, right? Because now I'm like, okay, this is definitely a dead body. So what I do is, in retrospect, I think I should have just called the cops and said, hey, I didn't know that this was an actual dead body. I thought that it was a Barbie doll. I apologize. Here she is. But instead what I did in the dream was, I hid her in a bathtub. And the reason I said earlier that I think that the right arm might have still been attached to her body is because I do remember me trying to like cut off one of her limbs to be able to like put them in like separate bags to dispose of it better. Yeah. Anyways, I spent the rest of the dream just anxious and like pounding for my life, right? My heart pounding for my life. I don't remember if I got arrested or anything, but that's pretty much what happened in the dream, right? That's kind of terrifying. I don't know what this means. I do have a couple theories though. The main theory I have is it's really hot. It's been really hot lately, right? Because it's summer heat, right? And I think because I'm sleeping in through the afternoon where it's like peak heat, I think I'm sweating a lot. And that sweat probably probably translates into anxiety and nervousness in my dream, and it kind of just like presents itself as nervousness whenever I'm sweating in real life, because you know you sweat when you're nervous. That'll probably be why I'm having these dreams, but I don't know what the dead body in particular means. It's honestly kind of freaking me out. And the worst part is like the Barbie doll, like her face was still intact, right? She was just bald, so she just had a blank expression on her, like. Right, that's terrifying. I don't know what this means in specific. Maybe one of you guys can like try psychoanalyzing me to figure out what this means. Also, definitely let me know down in the comments if you guys had any crazy dreams like this. I don't know. Maybe one of you guys have like dreams that are more interesting than this, more scary than this. I just thought that I wanted to share this because I need to get this off my chest because I have no one else to tell this to. And sometimes I see demons, and it's not well for my psyche. So I think I need to be more open about it, because what demons want to do is they want to make you feel like you're isolated, and make you feel like you are alone. Which I am. That's why I'm opening up. I don't know. I'll probably like tell that story sometimes. I have a very particular demon that keeps following me around. It's not funny. It's actually kind of scary.